His heart stopped, but a teenager from Middle Tennessee survived when most people don't. A defibrillator, or AED, saved the young man's life.
State Capitol reporter Chris O'Brien now explains how his story might help change Tennessee's law to save others at school just like him.
Shock delivered. Start CPR.
On the surface, 18-year-old Linton Beck is in perfect health. He runs cross-country and track, is very involved in his church, and is gearing up to go to college. You'd never know he had a cardiac arrest in class less than 2 years ago.
I remember waking up that morning, going to school, walking into my second block class, which was chemistry, and then I remember being in the hospital.
His school nurse at Station Camp High in Gallatin had to use an automated external defibrillator, or AED, twice to save his life.
Stay calm. Follow these voice instructions.
A defibrillator essentially shocks someone's heart into returning to a normal rhythm. Beck's high school has 5 AEDs on campus, and now lawmakers are using his story as an example of how important the equipment is.
Whenever something happens like this, you've got seconds. You don't have minutes, you've got seconds.
Culleoka Republican Representative Scott Sapicki is sponsoring a bill called the Smart Heart Act to require coaches to go through CPR, AED, and first aid training. It also cleans up language and specifies there must be an AED within 3 minutes anywhere on a school's campus, while establishing a cardiac emergency response plan.
There are over 3,000 athletes a year that die worldwide. 3,000 athletes a year that die worldwide for cardiac arrest.
The American Heart Association is endorsing the bill, arguing it could literally mean the difference between life and death.
If they do not receive help from somebody, a bystander, or in a situation like this where an AED especially is available, they do pass away.
Now a senior,
Make sure 911 is called now.
Beck is just one of the 12% of people who have a cardiac arrest and survive.
It affects all of us. It can be anybody that has a cardiac arrest. I mean, I'm a cross-country runner, so I'm in really good shape, and I thought, you know, nothing's going to hurt me, and I mean, that's not the case. It can happen to anybody.
In Nashville, Chris O'Brien.
Now, the bill just passed the House Education Administration Committee after Beck shared his story and now heads to the House for a full vote.